from Tier 1 Entertainment. So we're starting with a kickoff meeting for our Mancom. So for those who don't know, basically, yung Mancom is more of a meeting amongst the leaders of a certain company, and for us, we have them all here to talk about the plans for 2024. Because this time around, we really want to make sure that we have a very clear strategy for the rest of the year. But at the same time, we want to be ready for any tactical moves that we need to make in the next quarter or so. Just because, you know, in these times, I feel like there's really a lot of things that are happening around us that forces us to move on a certain direction that we didn't pre-plan for. So because of that, we want to be ready, but at the same time, we want to also lay out our foundation for the year. So that's it. And basically, I haven't been vlogging for a long time kasi yun nga, like a lot has happened, and both personal and professionally. So ngayon, I really want to dedicate more of my time again to vlog about the things that I do. So I think for the year, I just want to have a refresher so that each and every department understands where each of the department is coming from. We have never really defined our company past talent management because nobody really understands what we do. We don't talaga yung totoo eh. Like, I tried talking about ourselves as a label, whatever, but today, basically, these are the things that we've built. Original IP can be in the form of a video, whatever it is. All titles want to have Blacklist as a squad. Black Box came out as a business because of that IP. Imagine mo, esports pa lang yun. How do we do that in terms of a mission? We just improve the experiences. Let's just focus on that. Kasi that will inch by inch get us back to our position again. Whether it's a good HR mechanism and treatment, whether it's a good clientele, you know, like experience that we've done, good black box items, good CPD services, good experience ng talents, good experience ng players, all of those will follow. Because for every good new experiences that we create amongst our stakeholders, will be new testimonials to what the new Tier 1 is. Diba? So yun yung kailangan nating mag-build. Siyempre, in building a team, one of the secret sauce is really alcohol. Really? No, we're not drinking. I'm just saying, it's alcohol because... Don't get me wrong. One of the secret things is really alcohol because it's a social lubricant that accelerates people's relationships. So, syempre, in this case, we can't do that, right? So, not now. So ito, I want to build a team. If you can become friends, that can be something in the future. But in order for us to all be, kumbaga, in one page, I think I need to ask you 3 questions. So let me tell you the 3 questions first, and then eventually digest it and then answer it yourself. Pero everybody will answer it one per. So the first question is. The first question is, what motivates you as a person and why are you working? On a personal level, so that at least we understand ba't ka ba gumigising sa umaga. Diba? Kasi, yes, we're talking about on a professional level, you have your whatever reason. Pero, syempre, you have your own personal reason why you are working. So that's the first question. Second question is, what do you want to... so in the first question, say na rin, what do you want to achieve on a personal level? Okay, why do you work? And then, what do you want to achieve on a personal level? Why are you here? Second is, what do you see for your department? In a very short way to say it. Okay, second, para at least it gives me an idea of what you want to achieve professionally. The first is what you want to achieve personally, technically. Second is what you want to achieve professionally. And then third question, and the last question is, what do you really hate professionally speaking when it comes to ways of working? So that at least you also understand yung mga pet peeves ng mga tao pagdating sa trabaho. Diba? Kasi by understanding all these 3, the personal ambition will let you understand why this person functions and what is his or her interest in life in terms of where they want to get. Professionally speaking, you'll understand ano yung nakikita niya for the company. And then the third would be, ano yung kailangan natin iwasan sa tao na to. Gets nyo? And hopefully, with this as a starting point.
Even before ako pumasok sa Tier 1, ang training ko talaga is sa advertising industry. And in that industry, I was trained to be a corporate killer. And I was trained that way. And whatever kung ano man yung ways, I wouldn't say it's correct, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it contributed to what I am right now. Right? Pero so, pumasok ako sa tier 1. Sa tier 1, kaya rin ako thankful kay Trike. Hindi ako nagpapano. Pero si Trike kasi.
Si Ella na naman yung mamimili ng rice din ako.
Si Trike kasi.
Ay, salamat sa inyo.
He taught me how to become an entrepreneur. Parang gano'n. Yun talaga yung nakuha ko sa kanya. Before, I was just trying to become the best account manager out there. Pero yun yung nakuha. But lately, nagbago talaga siya. Actually, I'm covering 2 parts ng question mo. Ever since, personally, people around me, or yung mga people that I love, started dying. Parang inisip ko na talaga, ano ba yung parang pinaka-purpose? And then from there, I understood that the most valuable, probably, currency that I have right now is time. And you treat it as like anything important in the world. Di ba? May movie nga about it. Where you invest your time really matters. And for me... Pero it's really important. Like for me, kasi inisip ko like, there's a lot of things that you can do naman talaga. Diba? And some people are lost. I think, medyo privileged ka kasi I know where I want to go. And I've been telling Trike this ever since naman that, you know, I want to invest my time in helping people. Yun lang talaga. As in, I find joy pag meron akong natutulungan. Actually, meron yung funny story. Sometimes when I have this conversation with the talents, kunyari si Pau Sepagan, si Roger Rack, pinakilala niya ako sa yung mga new age na nasikat na talents. Tapos nakaka-touch lang na sinabi niya dun sa friend niya na, uy pre, si Sir Jobs, ano yan, parang Michael Jordan daw dati ng mga deals, parang gano'n. Sabi niya, hindi ko matatayo yung negosyo ko na ito, kundi dahil sa kanya. Parang, yun for me, parang doon, masaya na ako doon, di ba? Kasi parang I changed someone's life.
Yes. Professionally speaking kasi, I really don't feel like I'm working every day. No joke talaga yun. I talk about like stress, all that. Totoo naman lahat ng pagod and all. Pero whenever I wake up every day until the end, kahit sa lahat ng nakikita yung stress ako and whatnot, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just playing a game. Yun pa rin talaga yung nararamdaman ko. So, for those 3 reasons, for me, professionally talaga, that's the reason why I'm super motivated to still be here and continuously, you know, like push for what can we do as a collective. Kasi, for me, yung ako naman balik kay Alex, gusto ko ng uncertainty. Ayoko nung parang papasok ako sa isang environment, alam ko na kung na ending, hindi ko na babasahin yan. Diba, kakatamad din sa akin, hindi ko gusto yan. Ito naman sa tier 1, there is a certainty in terms of what we are capable of, pero yung ending talagang for me, yun yung gusto kong makita. Yun yung nakaka-excite sa akin, the mystery that comes with it. So yun yung professional part sa akin.
I had the advantages with my mom being, you know, a C-suite in the industry, in advertising. There were people that doubted that I was a nepo baby, na sinasabi na, kaya alam naman na dito kasi nanay mo, ganito, ganyan. Totoo yun. So I've heard that so many times in my career. So that at the start of my career, it was that chip on my shoulder that really carried me. And for people in corporate, I think you guys know that there are limited seats at the top. Diba? You have to kill. At the time in a multinational setting, in a corporate setting, corporate, diba? And yun, so true enough, I became an account director at 26 Group, and I exited my first agency at 25, where I earned my first million, and I was so happy about it, kahit isang million ngayon parang wala na. And like for me, that spirit of competition really accelerated my growth in my career. And even, I know despite that naman, how I am, I know you guys have this perception of me na, you know, killer and all of everything. Because of ganun nga yung kinalakal kong environment. But I believe I still am a good leader. Like si Juno was with me ever since my start in Group M, and he followed me here. So I think that's a testament of my own leadership with the team that I bring everywhere with me. And kung napanood nyo yung The Apprentice ng One Championship sa Netflix, nung lumipat ako doon, yun ang totoong nangyayari. And this was me at 27 years old, working overseas in Singapore, you know, like competing with people that have Harvard MBAs, came from Princeton, Ivy League graduates. Being a Filipino, I don't know if you've ever been prejudiced as a Filipino abroad, but if you've ever been na hindi ka pakikinggan because they think of you this way, and that really fueled me. And if you look at The Apprentice, how Chatri sets culture, that's really the culture I've been like really brought into this world, and I'm trying my best. Kasi I know that the world is changing. And professionally, the benchmarks that were set for success are totally different now, right? It's your impact in the industry and so on. There's no more war inside, diba? Kasi in a startup, there are more places because as the company grows, it needs more leaders. So you can progress. Everyone here can progress to a VP of whatever, diba? Because lumalaki horizontally yung negosyo nagkakaroon ng more business units. Hindi ganun sa corporate It's a dog-eat-dog world. The business units are set. That's what it was. But here, I'm inspired na I don't have to be that guy anymore. I don't have to kill every one of you. For me to get up there. Every one of you. Hindi na ganun And I think you have a lot to do with my growth in that sense. That I'm, more forgiving, more kinder and everything. So that's really how I was brought up. Like, I suggest you watch The Apprentice. It's on Netflix right now. That's how competitive it was in one. That's how cutthroat it is in Singapore. It really is true. You shout in the boardroom and then you have drinks after as if nothing happened. That's why I'm very straightforward. I don't consider a lot of feelings. But Reg has really told me that's not sustainable because everyone would leave. You always tell me that. There was one point where you told me, you can do a lot of these things with less commotion. I think that's one thing that is a good lesson. And me being here, I look back at the time na Joanne told me to hold off. I was about to sign an offer sheet from Google. So I really thought about the longevity of my career. So I left. And then I was ready to sign an offer sheet from Google. They've been trying to poach me for the longest time, as well as Macan Erickson. I was gonna go back to advertising or go to Google and have a steady life where you're far away from the action. Pero it's a quiet life, high pay, pero quiet life. And then, sabi sa akin ni Joanne, kausapin mo lang si Treg bago ako mag-usap. Tangina na nakausap ko. Naalala ko kung nasa din ako ng parents ko kasi taga BGC ako nun pero umuwi kami sa bahay ng parents ko na family pa may kalaro si Olivia. Kausap ko si Treg, nakatayo ako. Sa call lang yun. Tapos sinabi mo sa akin, yung vision. And obviously, I know of you guys already. Tier 1 has a very good name within the industry, although it was very small. That's what the perception was. But I believed in your vision because you were pretty fucking... Kumbaga grasp mo, nakikita mo yung end goal. And to me, that's such a unique thing. If you've ever worked with a lot of startup CEOs, that's very rare. To be very firm and to be authentic about your vision. And Trek told me, tangina na nagpa-chicks pa to. Sabi pa naman sa akin, Bray, solid pag makukuha ka namin. Solid talaga. Isipin mo, solid talaga. Your work speak for yourself. Kasi syempre, parang, at that time, nasa regional na ako noon, delivering business, sabi niya, pero kung hindi ka namin makukuha, okay lang. Nagpa-chicks pa! Solid ka, pero hindi ko trip. Sabi na, putang ina, okay pa. Diba? Tapos si Sods, tineknik pa ako, isang linggo, hindi daw. Sabi ko na Tapos isang linggo pa, hindi tinawagan ni Sods. Quezon, sabi ko, Joan, pipirma ko na to. Kumbaga parang iniintay. Sabi ko, okay lang. Iniisip ko rin at that time, sobrang used to be close to the action. Kasi, yun nga I mean, relatively I was part of the leadership team within one championship at the time. It was still small, Series B company. So, I was still close to the actions. I kind of craved that and I loved Trek's vision. Kasi sige, ito yung negotiation, ganyan-ganyan. I didn't take anything more than what I was earning at one. I literally just moved over. Alam ni Clinton to kasi alam niya yung pay. Pinakita sa kanya yung payroll ko natin sa one. Pareho lang sa ako dito. Wala, kasi naniwala talaga ako kay Trek doon. Kasi nga, tangay na to, nagpaka-chicks eh. Huli ko nga ako. And I feel like I've helped the company become what it is today, which is the reason why I'm still here. Like, that type of impact, you will never have that in a corporate world. You guys who come from corporate would know this. The type of the action that you're close to in a startup is totally different from the action you have in corporate. So that's why I'm still here. That's my long-winded way of saying na yun, kaya ako nandito pa rin. I feel like ang dami ko nang nilagay dito.
Buti na lang pinawasan natin yung sweldo ni Bray, kundi wala na pala ito eh.
That's right. One is to keep the party going. Because if you go out there, it's a different. Iba siya. Yung experience, try with his boss, the cutthroat industry. I've experienced all of that as well, and it's really different with what we feel. Actually, kung isipin mo tayo, swerte yung mga bata ngayon eh, that they have an option like this. Nung nakausap ko si Trek, kasi nung dati, tinawagan ako parang, oh, may sports company na, na parang gusto ko. Sabi ko, sports? Okay, sabi ko, malaki pera doon, online gambling. So, I didn't know that there was a term already for esports. Right? Because I only love, like, sabi ko when I left the advertising world, if ever I'm gonna work again, I'm gonna work either in music, either in food. Yung gusto ko na talaga. But gaming was never an option. But I was really a gamer way before. Yun, so that's one. Kaya I want the party to continue, di ba? And then second, probably the motivation for me is, yun na, na-mention ko rin kanina sa personal that I love to parang help people, right? And na-notice ko kasi with my journey in Tier 1, either talents, back-end, or may mga tao kasi na this is the only thing that they have. And for me, parang, and this is what I tell people also, na there's no time to really fuck around. Kasi yung hawak natin, livelihood ng mga tao. They all have stories, like you guys, each one of you, and different. Lahat merong hardship sa buhay, and lahat sila magiging marating. And so, given that, obligation, hindi mahirap rin.
Ako yung nagpe-present sa Uniqlo, bakit sila mag-open sa amin, sa SM, so parang okay, ito na naman, tapos fun siya kasi I'd like to think professional motivation is building something, so I could really relate it. Like, fast forward ko na lang yun. Kung pera man yung pag-uusapan, I think wala na mas lalaking pera sa traditional business which is real estate, which is nakakapikon kasi kunwari teammates tayo, yung phone ni Cathy, harap ko siya, di ba? Phone ni Cathy nag-ring, nag-CR siya. Pag sinagot ko, fine ko yun. Sorry Cathy, nag-CR ka. Ganun yung culture sa corporate real estate. So, ganun. Ay teammates kami. So, pangit, pera-pera. Nung pagpasok ko ng Taskas, na-sign ako to build something. Which was fun. Yung boss ko kasi doon, sinabi lang, huwag mo dalhin yung pangit na alam mo from wherever you are. That's why I'd like to hire outsiders. So, nag-resonate sa akin yun. So, fast forward to 2016, alala ko si Trash. Yung boardroom ng BGC office namin, bukas pa yung bag. Parang na-snatch. Si boss ko nasa kabilang dulo. Who's that? Sabi ng boss ko. But I like your laptop. Sabi niya. Kasi gamer yung boss ko. Tapos sabi niya, John, build an esports team mo din. Sabi niya, okay. What's esports boss? Gumawa na ako. 16 games. Wala mo e-games. Hindi ko na maglaro. At yun, tinry namin yung 2016. worried ako nun. Nagrarang pa ako dun sa chief of staff niya. Ano mo yung career ko? Nilagay ako sa esports. Ano nangyari dito? Pag nag-LinkedIn ko, gago ako lang mag-isang esports doon naman.
Actually, nung time ko yun.
Okay, sige. Tapos, nung exit, may shares, whatever. Nalaman ni Trek, alis na ako, di ba? Sabi lang niya, sumama ka na dito, sumama ka na. Sumama ka na dito, gano'n. Hindi niya, parang in his mind, kasali na ako. Sabi ko, sige pre, next year, gano'n. O, di, next year. Nag-start kami. Kasi yung pagpasok, pandemic pre. Corona pre. Yun din. I guess yung pinaka-motivation ko talaga is to build something. Lalo na yung innovation wherein I see it as a sandbox where okay, what may apply before na luma na in other industries, pag ginawa natin dito, can be good. And then, replicate that, do that again for other industries, and then that's good. So, at least, nakikita ko, ang dami pang pwedeng magawa, ang dami pang endgame.
I only knew Trike because a friend of mine, Franco, was talking about you a whole lot in LinkedIn, and it's like, this guy's brilliant, and it's like, alright, whatever. Haters. Oh, but, I don't know why I saw your link or something that you said you were looking for a studio's head. Then that time nag-link in, because I just hated my job already. I think we all got tired of a corporate setting that when you did something right and when everything became just smooth sailing, you just like, what am I, my impact? So babalik tayo sa relevance again. Sent him an email, 2 weeks after, Tim calls me and she was like, oh, like that, whatever. Then I go like, sure. Then 2 days after she sends me an email, I'm hired. And going back, just to keep the discussion short so that there's more time for everybody else. Because I really wanted relevance, I really wanted to make a difference. My heart was always about building brands. And followed by raising people up. Because of how I was mentored before by a good guy who told me that you might be great, but if you cannot duplicate yourself, you'll only be good. And so that was my motivational factor that's why I stayed. When you gave me the opportunity to build something with the team that we have now, felt that we could do something great together. I think we have, diba? Now the next challenge is, what can we do together? And that motivates me on a daily basis. Of course, there are off days. There are off days like, man, fulfillment ba naman ako ulit? Mag-deliverables na ba ako ulit? And all that. But the vision, I strongly believe in your vision, right? And I appreciate you, really, from someone who's pretty new in this in our team. I'm motivated by the team that we have now. I'm motivated by the team that I have now.
I personally know that I will do everything that I could to achieve anything that would be given to me. The second motivator, wala pa yung masyadong pera doon, so yun. The second motivator professionally is that I think I've been able to see that people are happy working. Parang you can choose to be a lone wolf naman and be effective, but you can also choose to lead people if you see that people also like you and like how you work. So that's the second thing. Parang importante yun. Parang kung hindi naman nila drive, parang wag mo na ipiigit sa sarili mo. You can always be effective either ways naman. And I think like the third would be, I've joined this company because I believed in you and your vision. I would never jump into a company that doesn't resonate with the fact that you would be able to help. And now that my kid is also a gamer, parang I appreciate it more that I belong to the sports industry because, yeah, go ahead, parang pera dyan. So aside from the internal thing that you have to contribute as, a good employee, a good leader, I think like the vision is very, very important to professionally motivate you to join into the company. So, while hanggang yun pa rin yung vision, and I think like kung nag-expand and beautifully yun, I will always be here to support the company that you and.
Ito, before I came to Tier 1, I was like, do this whole Facebook we had at the time. And then, like, I think very quickly, within like the first, I don't know, maybe like month, it was different. It felt different. It felt real, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like, oh yeah, good idea, we're gonna do something with love. You know, it was like they, you know, Frank, you really believe, you sold me on in the interview. It was like, this guy knows he's fucking talking. Yeah, and like, you know what I mean? And like,
Galing mo benta eh, no?
yeah, actually, not really. I was like skeptical a little bit. But like the whole thing was, like I believe that he knew what he was doing, and he knew, you know, he wasn't trying to just come up with like these zany ideas to make money. It wasn't about money at that time, which my fucking ex-boss, you know, it wasn't like, it was different, and it felt real, and like, you know, throughout like kind of like the first couple of years, like I saw it and I felt it, and I guess that's why also at the same time, you know, that kind of motivated me in a way where it wasn't like, you know, all these crazy ideas and then we're just gonna work with whatever we have or whatever. You know, we actually had a goal, and you know, it was something that we were trying to help materialize, and you know, and yeah, that motivated me a lot because like, you know, I was kind of like a little bit defensive in a way where I don't think these ideas are gonna work. You know, there's a lot of times where I didn't think Trike had the best ideas, and he's proven me wrong. Like, you know, time and time again. So yeah, like just like what everyone else, like you know, I trust the direction we're going. You know, no matter how hard it got, and you know that kind of like gave me more like faith in this whole. I didn't think I was gonna like gaming that much, the industry itself, working in the industry. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, gaming's my passion and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I play games, yeah, I play games, but like you know, for me, I don't necessarily have to be in the, you know, the industry, but I believe in what we're doing because, like, you know, I myself tried to get something started, and like, I got fucked over, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have, not that I didn't have like that vision, like I'm not gonna try to compare it to like what Trek was doing too, but you know, just kind of having an idea and just getting it stolen, it's like it's disheartening, man. Like, you know what I mean? And then. That's why, like ever since I believed in Tier 1, you know what I mean? That's why I'm still here. That's what, you know, that's like, yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, Trey. I enjoy this shit.
What happened? What did I miss?
She left kasi for what, 1 year?
More than a year.
More than a year. Oh, alright. She used to get sales, in sales.
So I guess yun talaga yung main motivator ko now. I wanna support Greg and thank you.
Ba't ka bumalik?
I think
Oh my.
I
Killer.
I get you a beer?
I guess the main reason why I left naman kasi is I just really can't anymore. Like, ang tagal ko na rin ginagawa yung sales for like a super long time. Like, kami pa ni Trike lang yung nagbebenta before. Tapos, I guess I wasn't learning anymore, I wasn't growing, I really wanted to explore other things. Ayun, and then nagtasas ako sa company ni John before. Pero I guess there, marami naman akong natutunan, like, especially when it comes to marketing, B2B, B2C. So, ayun. But the main reason talaga na bumalik ako, if it's gonna be the same position, talaga I can't.
12 years ako sa 12 years ako sa corporate insurance, like, wow. Diba, ganyan. Tapos, na-addict ako sa ML.
Therapy session, yun yung therapy. Hi, JL.
Hindi siya sa game. Na-addict ako sa league, sa game itself, like, gusto tayo mga items, ganyan. Basta,
Yung fandom.
no, yung...
Naglalaro ka tayo.
Yeah, the whole scene. Pwede ako maging analyst. Na-addict ako, tapos biglang nagkaroon ng pero so, dahil doon, nalaman ko yung tier 1. Tapos, biglang nagka-opening head, pwede pa na yun! Tapos, yung gusto ko, sige, try natin. Parang gano'n, so parang gano'n Sigurado na mag-try. Tapos siguro, yung professionally, yun talaga din yung motivation ko. Yung gusto ko talagang maka-inspire, maka-influence, at saka mag-transform. Yun talaga. So, yun talaga yung inuna ko. Ang sobrang swerte ko lang din talaga na yung finance team na nadatnan ko, sobrang ayos nila. So, totoo mo. Sobrang ayos nila. Tsaka yung Pfizer Dex, yung to pass on the knowledge, yung transfer of knowledge na you're able to parang not naman clone kasi may kanya-kanya silang strengths, diba? Pero yung mga best practices, yung nasi-share siya talaga